Welcome to Megan's Musings. I'm Megan, and I'm excited to take you on a jaunt around my blog. A blog jog, if you will. Initially, Megan's Musings was meant to share general thoughts, anecdotes, and observations on Mondays, along with a recap of that week's Coronation Street episode on Fridays. Coronation Street is a British soap opera following the lives of working-class characters on fictional Coronation Street in Manchester, England. But the blog has evolved into just weekly Coronation Street updates. I struggled to come up with interesting and original topics on Mondays, and I really ended up enjoying the Coronation Street posts called Rover's Roundup on Fridays. For most of the term, I had been writing 2 blog posts per week, so for me it was almost like 2 blogs in one. My favorite musing was the 5 things I learned on maternity leave because I figured out how to insert a GIF. My favorite Rover's Roundup was the first one I wrote after determining the direction I wanted to take my blog, probably because the pressure was off to write original content for the musings. As for the strategic approach, since I didn't really determine my direction until recently, the blog hasn't been moving in that direction until recently. My goal is to share thoughts on Coronation Street with other fans. Currently, there are only 2 or 3 other Coronation Street blogs following the Canadian timeline, which is 2 weeks behind the UK, so the blogosphere isn't super saturated. My objectives are not only to increase followers, increase views, and have meaningful interactions on each post, but also to become a resource within the Coronation Street fandom and build relationships with other fan sites. The strategy is to build community by promoting the Rover's Roundup on Twitter and creating and using the Rover's Roundup hashtag to draw other fans to the blog. Most important are the people who I'm tweeting at and following, the other Canadian Coronation Street blogs and Twitters. While I still comment and follow at them, I'm purposely not as active on the UK Twitters and blogs as they contain spoilers. As for results, I don't really have any yet. I've only written 2 roundup posts since figuring out my new direction, so I think it'll be a little slow to start. But I think my objectives are reasonable, and I hope that I can generate some great discussions in the coming weeks. Moving forward, I plan to continue the Friday night Rovers Roundups and maybe the occasional Coronation Street related news or musing on a Monday. As someone totally new to social media, I learned a lot from this project, mainly about the interconnectedness of social media and building community. I'm excited to keep my blog going and also to try to implement some of the learnings in my job. I hope you enjoyed the tour of Megan's Musings. Come back anytime!
Created using Powtoon.